Hello?
Jessica Jones. You are a cheater. You were given every advantage, allowed to make mistake after mistake. You can't control yourself. You have no discipline, just brute force.
What do you want?
I want you to die.
Season 3 of Jessica Jones, the final season of the show, and the final Marvel Netflix show as a whole, because all the rest are cancelled and this is it. And I will say, for a crescendo saying goodbye to these versions of this character, and because I assume one day we'll get maybe a Jessica Jones movie or another Jessica Jones TV show, we'll never know, but this is probably going to be the last time we'll see the Crystal Widow version of this character, and it's a really solid send-off. It is. It's a really solid send-off. The only complaints I have is there's 2 episodes that I wasn't crazy about, even though one is really well directed, which is episode 2, which is also directed by Kristen Wiig, who plays Jessica Jones, and it's really well. I think it's her directing debut, that episode, so I was like, wow, this is a really, directing wise and getting the best performance of the actors and all of that kind of stuff, it's really well handled. It's really well handled and that kind of thing, so I was like, wow, this is pretty good. But episode 2 and episode 10 I could have leave out. It's basically them doing the whole thing of, we got 13 episodes, so we better explain stuff that maybe the audience doesn't need explaining a bit. And because of that, maybe we should have made this season, maybe 11 episodes, maybe 10? Because the first 4 episodes, minus the episode 4, the last 10 minutes of episode 4, the first 4 episodes are slow, and we know the show is like heavy on the slow burn, but it just felt like, minus the thing that happened in episode 1, the end thing that happens in episode 1, without hitting spoilers, minus that, I was like, nothing's happening, or anything interesting. It feels like they're just holding on, and to the point where, when our villain does show up, and I'll talk about it in a sec because he's really cool. He's a really sick individual type of villain, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good anyway. But when our villain shows up, that's when the momentum starts to hit, and then I was like, okay, I'm bored. It just needed a threat or a character to push us through, and it was this guy. And a villain, when I first saw him talking, and also episode 5 where we get a little bit more background with him, I was like, hold on a second, this season's basically Jessica Jones find Dexter Morgan if Dexter Morgan didn't have Harry's code. That's basically who he is. And I was like, I'm on board, he is. There's 2 things that happen in this episode, in this season, that you're like, stick the middle finger at him. Like, fuck you. Episode 8 and 7. Episode 8 and 7 is when you're like, wow, this is just... I mean, here's the thing. This is a character who doesn't become a personal threat to our hero at the beginning of the story. He does. He's not like a Kilgrave where, we know there's a personal connection to. It's not like Kilgrave where there's a personal connection. And even season 2 with the mother, there's a personal connection there. I mean, hell, it's Jessica's mother. So you got but with this villain, it is becoming the personal threat, and you're like, this is really well handled, really well set down, and it's just well executed, and it's just, minus a couple episodes that I was crazy about, this is a solid, how the last few minutes, you're like, okay, Okay, you're like, okay, that's not a bad way to wrap up the show. Oh, that's a cool way to wrap up the show, and it feels you feel satisfied, like the story, like we're saying goodbye, but the story moves on, kind of thing, and the show is good, and probably my ranking is 1, 3, 2, but this was so good. It has always been like tie to tie with me and Daredevil. Like, if you ask me tomorrow, what's your favorite Marvel Netflix show? It might be Daredevil. It might be Jessica Jones, and this is just a really solid conclusion to a 3, 4, if you want to include Defenders story.
Everybody's got a story. A beginning, a middle, an end.
I'm late for work.
As what? A super cat burglar?
You know what, Jess? You do it your way. I'm gonna do it my way.
There's still a way this ends with me respecting you.
It's not my highest priority right now.
Jessica Jones, you believe that you could save the world, but you're terrified. You've already failed them. And you have, because you are not, and you never will